Morning, everyone. Good Monday morning. I wanted to come on this morning and share a few words of inspiration and encouragement to you this morning. So I welcome you this morning. I thank you for even supporting my platform. I am going to take a few minutes just to say this to you this morning. If it didn't stop you from breathing, keep moving. Anything that does not stop you from breathing, keep moving. See, because I shared with y'all a few weeks ago, life is learned. Problems are created. Life is learned. Problems are created. So that stems this morning from, if it didn't stop you from breathing, keep going. You know better than anybody know your life and what's happening in it. And all of us got some things in our lives that's going on. But let me tell you this, everything that has happened to you has caused you to grow a little bit more. Life is learned. Problems are created. You have to make a decision that what people say and what people do is not going to stop you from doing what it is that you want to do. I'm reminded in Jeremiah when we are told that he says, I have plans for you. I have plans to prosper you. See, if God wants to prosper you, you don't let nobody, I don't care what, you don't let nobody drown you out. You don't let nobody drown your purpose out in life, your dreams, anything that it is that you are building on. I know I say this repetitively, but I really mean it because I see people giving up. And for what? Why are you giving up? If the people in your life walk out of your life, don't stop breathing. Because once you do that, you have told them that they have full control without even saying it to them. That they have full control over your life. Because anything that you put in the front of you can cause you to become stagnated. Don't you know that? It's some people that purposely come into your life. They want to be in your life only to stagnate you. But you weren't, I said this on Friday, it's your fight to win. It is your fight to win. Go back a little bit further. Life is learned. Problems are created. So coming back now, why aren't you continuing to do the things that you love to do? Why aren't you? Are you allowing someone to hold your next breath? Because that's not a good thing. God is the only one that holds your next breath. And if God don't take that from you, you got another day of hope. You've got another day of hope in your life. I love when I see people grow. I really do. I love to see young people, younger than me, growing. And I've been living a while. But let me tell you something. When you can find joy in your heart to want good for somebody else, that makes life so beautiful. Not only for that person, but for you. It's a joy to see people's faces light up. It's a joy to see so many young women and young men who are getting out here. And I mean, becoming entrepreneurs. They're testing their skills. They're doing things in their lives that, now I will be honest and tell you, I'm not an entrepreneur. I'm just not. That's not a gift that God gave me. But I am so excited. I tell my daughter that. I tell my nieces that. My nephews. other young women that have been in my life and still in my life, and young men, let me tell you something. Keep going. You got a gift that I don't have, but I'm excited to see that gift in you. You got to get excited about somebody else's gifts. Not that you're trying to take their gifts, but get excited for them, because God gave you some gifts as well that you need to be excited about. And there are some people who are excited about your gift. There are some people who are excited about what you are doing in your life. And you know what? And I will say this time and time and time again. There are more people watching you. You are strengthening more people than you will ever know. And that's the truth. Somebody is continuing to move in life because of you. They are standing off afar. But you know what? The only reason why they did not give up is because of you. That's the only reason they didn't give up. They saying in their mind, and you may never meet all of the people's lives that you impact. So you got to make sure, you have to make sure that you are doing the right thing to encourage others, to bring hope into somebody else's life. You might not feel like it is, but you don't know. You really don't. You speak to people every day. You say things to people every day. And they needed that. What you said, they needed that. Understand me, none of us, include me, none of us have it all together. But as long as we don't let the cares of this world that we live in take us down, we're going to be all right. Because every day that you rise up, God gives you more and more and more strength to keep going. Yes, he does. Because until he takes your last breath, you need to keep living. Don't you let nothing that doesn't hold your next breath stop you. People don't hold your next breath. God holds your next breath. He knows your beginning and your end. He knows, let me say this again, your beginning and your end. So if it doesn't stop you from breathing, guess what? Release it. Release them people that bring nothing but negative to you. Release them people, those circumstances that does nothing but keep you down and sad and crying and wanting to give up. Release that. Because guess what? Everything has an expiration date. Relationships, some relationships, they got an expiration date. They should have been ended, but we keep them there. Some circumstances in life we have to learn to let go of. Because if that thing is choking you out, then that thing don't belong in your life. And you have to release it. I said a couple of months ago, some of the meanest people are on social media. They are. Some of the meanest people are on social media. And they call them trolls. And they go around from site to site, people's platforms, to say the meanest, the ugliest thing. But guess what? When people, this is why I'm telling you, don't let people stop you from breathing. When people are mean, don't you know they're not going to change? Because once they start getting sick, they're going to be mean up. But when people are kind, when they start getting sick, that's for all of us. They're going to be kinder. Why am I saying this? Because I want you to know you can't change people. You will never change people. When people make it up in their minds that they're going to be mean and vindictive and cruel and all those things to hurt others, guess what? You're not going to change that because they've been doing that for a long time. So don't allow them to stop you from breathing. Some things you just got to let go over your head. You can't hold everything in your heart that people do and say. Because remember this, you won't be the first they said it to or said it about. You won't be the last they said it to or said it about. Some people just mean. And that's that. But you don't let those people stop you from breathing. You never let someone else stop you from breathing. And if it doesn't stop you from breathing, you need to keep living. They don't hold your oxygen. They don't. God holds your next breath. Get used to that. When God holds your next breath, don't worry about man. When I say man, I'm talking about humankind. Because people are who they are. And you can't change them. You cannot. And when you get it in your mind that when people are mean, as they grow older, they're going to be meaner. And when people are kind, as they grow older, they're going to be kinder. So keep in mind that you are the light in many people's lives. You are the strength to more people than you'll ever meet. You know, I hear people say this person is an influencer and that person is an influencer. You know, you guys know about that, right? You're an influencer. You are influencing more people than you know. Just keep being who you are. Please keep being who you are. And let no one change that. Because the minute that you do that, you have given the control over your life to someone else. And that's a fact. Now, if you don't want to believe that and you want to stop breathing, I can tell you right now, that's not going to work out good for you. Because every time that I was in situation coming through life, see, life is learned. Problems are created. But coming through life, I had to learn that. Every time that I allowed somebody else to control my life, I ended up sick. I ended up just in a horrible state of mind. Because physically, they didn't stop me from breathing. But mentally, I felt like I couldn't breathe. When God has told you, I have plans for you. I have plans to prosper you. Don't you never, 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 never let nobody stop you from breathing. Don't. Because you are giving them exactly what they want. Don't do it. Keep breathing, keep building, keep growing, and keep knowing this. You are touching more lives than you will ever know. Keep breathing. Y'all have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.